Hello, hello, hello. Back at it again. Wanted to come on here and speak to you all and just want to tap on why do we all feel it was okay if you came from a broken home, and why is it trending in a sense to not have a proper home with proper foundations. These foundations are your mother and father. That's that. And I'm stopping there. If you had your mother and your father, I don't care how bad it was, how ugly it got between those two individuals, you had someone that was constantly there that held you accountable. Excuse me. That held you accountable. And then you also had someone there that showed you the love. And 9 times out of 10, if it was a decent male, that male individual knew how to find that middle ground. Don't matter if you, um, uh, 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 if you was his daughter, if you was his son, he found that middle ground to be there and to show you that love, affection, but also show you that discipline. But it is crazy to me how broken homes is just such a thing. And then it seems like this media, social, of course, kind of manipulates and transforms everyone's mind into thinking that it's okay. It took two to tango and conceive that child, but don't worry about him. You got it, you good. Don't worry about her. You'll figure it out, big dog. Shame. Don't know about y'all. I'm pushing all love, especially for our melanated beings. I'm pushing a whole full house love that has both male and female, both father and mother, both individuals there. And at the end of the day, we need to break away from this nonsense. How would you feel if that brother of yours, that cousin of yours, that best friend, whatever you want to call that male, did not have the male structure that you feel is best for you, our queens out there? Because in order to truly understand what that male is missing out of, you got to understand that what was truly the problem and the attack, which was get these males out of the house, which was get these women thinking that the government truly can help and provide for each and every one of them. But you got to finesse your way. Same for the males. Man, the system against us, so we got to finesse our way. Apologies, I was yawning. I want to say this. It's not so. It truly is not so. It is just something that this other, and I mean other, because when you go ask the past generations, they don't really know exactly who said what, who accepted what, why. No one wants to take accountability. Another form of family trauma, we're not even going to go down that path today, but it does lead down that path. But again, let's keep it back with the basis. If it is a male in the house, these children will understand truly structured discipline. All children deep down crave it and want it. It's something of that approval that most of these males out here are missing out on, that were robbed of their fathers when their fathers either gangbanging and got killed, or their fathers was cast out and sent to jail. One or the other. And if your father was blessed to have been a part of all, excuse me, and if your father was blessed to be a part of all of it, at the end of the day, I'm going to say this. That is a blessing. Truly it is. But even when he was gone, the little bit of time he was gone, did you not miss the structure? Now I'm going to tap on with our ladies. Ladies, if you do not have your mothers in your life, but you got grandma, auntie, everyone else raising you, except the woman that truly gave you birth, do you not feel like it's some type of detachment there? As if they didn't want to be in your life? And I had to let that one sit in for a little bit, because sometimes it truly can be that deep. It truly can be that serious. A lot of us, we're playing to our own mental when we try to make excuses. But I'm going to say this. If you understand that at the end of the day, you had to find that attention somewhere else. Excuse me. Don't you realize all the extras that you didn't even have to go through if that person, that figure, that role model was there? But yet and again, now when you're an adult that then went through all that trauma, that then went through that situation of missing that adult in your life, of missing that attachment, that connection that you had to your father, to your mother. Do you really think that you would have turned out how you turned out? Would have became a better individual if you had it from the gate to now? Because I didn't seen a lot of people that had both. I'll be honest. A lot of those individuals went to jail. A lot of those individuals still chose a certain path that led them down the street life road. Don't matter if they had home training. Does not matter if they had 8 uncles, 10 aunties. Those individuals, yes, they were there to fill in, but they still wasn't that said person's parents. And I'm saying all this, people, and then this is probably going to be a little bit of a short one, because I'm going to get to my point, and I'm going to let it be very swift and good. My point is, We will be great with or without if we truly choose. Some of us are allowing the situations that have happened in our past hinder us from being able to heal, then move on, going forward. A lot of us are looking to be the victim when at the end of the day, we truly are the victim because we're not the reason that the person isn't there. But at the same time, we probably would have been well off. And I say we because I am also a victim to it. Father taken out of my life ahead of time. But God has a purpose for us all. And sometimes we need to go through that heartache. Sometimes we need to go through those hard times with that one single parent household. Sometimes we need to know how that feels to not being able to always make it to the birthday parties, not being able to always make it to theme parks. Because then when we grow up and have our own, and now we are doing more than enough for our own, we remember how it felt to be let down, to not have that person in our corner. We remember how it felt to want that affection, to need that affection. So I'm saying this, my people, please stop with the nonsense. Please stop it. Please stop. Do your best to figure out a way to make it work with that said individual. Figure out a way to truly get you and that person on the right path to do right for the sake of the children, the child. These lovely star seeds and crystal children that we bring into this world. The children are so beautiful to where why would you not want to try to be there and give them all that they need? Stop making yourself feel like we're going to do whatever to get this dollar. Males, so we could be there for our young kings to raise them properly. So we could be there for our queens to show them truly how a man has to get down in the dirt and do what needs to be done. Despite how life is hard and how other people in life can make it even harder. And I'm not just talking about the government. It could be your own relatives that will make your family members' life harder. That can make your mother's life harder. That can make your father's life harder. Then convince you, man, don't you feel weird? Don't you feel off? You're always in trouble. You're always not able to go. Cause the rift between you and you and your parent. Causing rift between you and your child. I understand how things can truly be when it just down there seems like it won't work. Find a way. I'm not asking nobody to be in an abusive relationship. I'm not asking no one to go ahead and take on the nonsense. I'm asking everyone to have capable responsibility to realize that my child still needs that person if they're providing structure. My child still needs this person to help provide that love. Now, if they're not even willing to be there, if they're not willing to even be a part of said child's life, excuse me, if they are not willing to be there, I'm going to be honest. You need to do better with your choices. Males, you need to do better with the women that you choose to conceive a child with. Women, you need to do better with choosing the type of man that you thought wanted you to be in their life. And you opened up, gave the precious treasure of a gift that you could give anyone, and squandered it on that male. And he don't even want to be a part of it. These things do hurt, but they do make us learn. Now you learning to what? Figure it out the best and proper way possible. Because your child is going to need a father. Your child is going to need a mother. I'm going to be honest. That just sounds crazy to me. If you're a woman and you don't even want to be home with your child, and don't get me wrong, I can sense and see why most women want to leave or they need to leave to provide. But you other women that want to go out and have fun and party all day and night, want to drink and have sex and have drugs and have all these other things taking place. Do your heart not break when you go back home to your child and your child is sitting there staring at you, hungry, alone? Bad enough the father ain't there, right? Bad enough supposedly the father don't want to be a provider. It's bad enough that these mothers don't want to be there, males. I know it's some males out there too. Man, I need to get out, man. I just need to get out. So what? Go leave your baby with grandma? Grandpa? Come on, man. Now you're just repeating the traumatic cycle over again. Cause why? Your parents did the same to you. Here, go with your grandma, go with your grandpa. Now you just repeating the cycle. Here. Go on with your grandma, go on with your grandpa. I am coming at you all so stern and so straightforward because at the end of the day, we need to change these ways. Please, women, please truly make sure that these males are the males that you know will be there and they come from these backgrounds where they don't want to be an abandonment for their child. They want to be a part of the child's life, and if that is the case, put your fucking ego to the side and hear that man out. Vice versa. Males, I'm telling you, it's women out there that love the gift of life that they can give to our children. So find the one that wants to be a mother, that don't want to just be sitting at home smoking weed, talking shit, and shooting the shit about gossip. Find these women, find these males that will truly be there so we can break this curse of having broken homes. No one should be having any type of broken home from here on out. all the 80s babies are old enough to have worked on themselves and bettered up their life and their ways for the betterment of them. Hopefully, for the sake of their children. All us 90s babies, we should be figuring it the hell out and getting it out of our minds. Like, you know what? I didn't really want to go that route, but I'm not going to back out of that girl's life because I just wanted to fuck. Let me hold this down and really be there. Take the responsibility. Take it all on. Make it work the best way you can. Don't be a hindrance. Make solutions. Don't give and add more problems. Let's break this curse, y'all. We don't need the government. We don't need these hating ass relatives. We don't need these hating ass individuals on the outside looking in. What we need is the love in us that we felt when we were abandoned, when we seen how mom had to make it work, how dad had to figure it the fuck out, but he made it work. Let's forgive the trauma from the past so we can move on to the future. I appreciate you all, and I do love you all for hearing me out. We don't need them. We need us. We need us. Then we need to get out of our own way and take up the responsibility. Be the males we need to be the women we need to be. Thank you all.